making this up as I go along, but it can't be that hard. This is called a, excuse me, a Helinox Xero, which is my new hiking chair. I have a sit pad, excuse me, which is very useful, but equally, I'm going to do a bit of other camping, not just hiking camping. I might get myself a chair. And this is a chair, and I don't know, you can wear it either way. And I went to Snowy's and tried them, because of course this brand Helinox make a few, and the one that I was going to get was called a ground chair, but the ground chair, it was more comfortable than this one. It was literally on the ground, like, I mean, and I'm pretty good at getting up and down without me using my hands and things, but with this injury that I've got at the moment, there's the chair. Now, this is a stabiliser on the bottom here, and this is an incredibly lightweight one, so when I took my old, you know how you always carry an outdoor chair in the boot of your car, when I moved mine out of my boot, I felt the weight of it, and I thought, well, there's no way. Anyway, this one is a little bit higher than the ground one, and I liked it because I can still sit and cook and do whatever, you know, rolling up bags or whatever, and I can still lean in it, and it's pretty comfortable, and it saves me sitting on the ground. So there it is, and I think that was a good decision, because anyone who knows what camp cooking is like, you're up and down all the time. And what I didn't give you was the specs. This is a Helinox Xero LT. And I got talking to the girl in the shop, and she'd just done the Hyson Trail and was about to go and do some major walk in Scotland, and she had this chair too. And she was about 30 years younger than me. The weight of this, 49 grams for the chair, capacity 120 kilos, so hopefully that won't need to alter too much over the years. In fact, it won't. So I showed you how I put it up, and this is they use this as a stabiliser on the bottom. What you make up in weight, you lose in stability and some of the comfort features, but you know, really all I wanted to do was get off the ground and be able to sit and cook, make a cup of tea, do whatever I wanted to do when I was out hiking. And that was the little chair that I bought. Now, let's see if we can do this together, because packing things up and putting them away is equally as important as using them. And given that I've never done this before, and I'm doing it first here with you, this is all anodised, you know, lightweight, same as tent inserts and things like that. So I'm just going to pull it all apart. I'm assuming that's how it works, and it kind of self comes together on its own. But it's a bit like it's a bit like trying to put an octopus in a bag. But anyway, I'm sure I'll get better at this, or maybe I won't, I don't know. But it collapses down into that, and it came with a very dodgy, it's not even a rubber band, it's some sort of, there's got to be a better way to do it than that. And in fact, I'm sure I would do it better over the... Anyway, I will find some mechanism instead of that dodgy rubber band, which really is only a packaging thing. Now, I'm guessing that we should wrap it up in this lightweight mesh. Now this mesh is, I think it's like the tent mesh, it's like a, is it called Diner or something? Don't know, don't quote me on that, no idea. Like your tent, presumably you put everything back in it and then just roll it up. But I think that is going to be a really nice little addition to my kit. And as I'm discovering now with getting a bit older, creature comforts when you're out, particularly if you've been walking all day. I mean, great things to have when you're out. I also like this as opposed to the other one that was slightly more comfortable because it packed down and it also packed longer. The other one was a bit squatter, and I know I've got the new Arn pack, and I know that bucket in that pack, this will take next to the tent, next to the sleeping setup. That would just be better. So that's a Helinox Chair Xero LT, and I have a bit of a dodgy SI joint, so that was why I chose this one. I'll let you know.